Good evening. What's your name?
Alejandro Aguirre Figueroa.
Oh, well, Mr. Figueroa, you are on probation on a domestic violence matter. You were supposed to do counseling. There was an order to show cause hearing while you didn't do it, and you failed to appear. This was on October 6th that you failed to appear. Would you care to tell me why you did not appear in court as ordered?
I didn't have transportation to be able to go to the class, and I was
You couldn't take a bus?
sorry.
You couldn't ask for a remote hearing on Zoom?
I actually called to see if I can reset the thing, but I would. They said uh,
They said what?
they said that it was too late to reschedule for too late to do the Zoom
Did they tell you why it was too late?
because I called like 10 minutes late for for the court.
Okay, well, that's why. So ask for it a couple of days in advance next time.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Oh, it's also a petition to revoke probation. Okay. Didn't see that at first. All right. There's a petition to revoke your probation, alleging that there's reasonable cause to believe conditions of probation have been violated in that you failed to provide proof and failed to appear for an order to show cause hearing on October 6th. We are going to enter a not a denial of those allegations. And let's see what the sentence was. So you face suspended jail time or imposition of jail time. And you were represented, I presume. Do you have an attorney?
I do not.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You have the public defender.
What was her name?
I I don't know the name. Richardson, I think. Um, we're going to appoint the public defender again. And we're going to set a probation hearing.
To do to
First at 9:30. And this is Judge Mayhew.
I have a question, Your Honor.
Just one moment, sir.
Yes.
I don't know that I can answer any questions. I would suggest that you save your questions for your public defender. It should be somebody from that office. I am gonna release you. So you can contact the public defender's office and ask them any questions that you have. December 1st. Okay, December 1st, 9:30 probation revocation. The phone number for the public defender will be on your paperwork. All right, sir, you're excused.
All right, sir, please sit down on the bench over there. And then, Your Honor, jail here, Miss Erie Jennifer is refused.
Yeah. I find that she has waived her privilege to be present, and I will handle her case anyway, whether she's there or not. And let me get that case. Complaint here. Okay, she's charged with domestic violence, criminal damage, domestic violence interference with judicial proceedings, and domestic violence disorderly conduct. So at a minimum, we're gonna order that she not commit any acts of domestic violence. That she have no contact of any kind with John Erie or Bridget Erie, stay away from their home and workplaces. No firearms or other weapons, no alcohol or illegal drugs, don't commit any acts of domestic violence, and submit to mental health and substance abuse screening. The state's recommending a $5,000 bond. We'll hear from the defense on that request.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to highlight that this was a nonviolent offense. Also that Jennifer has no prior felony convictions. She has housing available away from her parents. She's been in Tucson for the past 16 years. The victims in this case and her parents do not object to her release and said they sustained no injuries as a result of this case. The charges that I'm seeing are all misdemeanors besides the criminal damage due to the damage amount. So for those reasons, we're asking that you impose a nominal bond.
And she's got 2 pending DV cases, correct?
That's what I can see. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll hear from the state.
And that's what the state was going to point out is the 2 pending DV cases, and they're involving the same exact victims, Your Honor.
All right. Bond is set in the amount of $3,500. Court date is November 21st at 1:30. and the public defender is appointed. Pretrial services supervision if the bond is posted.
Pupa?
Hello, sir. What's your name?
José María Beltrán Soto.
So,
$19.15 locked down is listed, locked down is listed. There's 10,000.
okay, Mr. Soto, you have an arrest warrant out of Pima County Superior Court. The charges listed on that warrant are aggravated domestic violence, aggravated harassment, previous DV conviction, domestic violence, criminal damage, domestic violence, aggravated domestic violence, aggravated harassment, previous DV conviction, domestic violence, assault with intent intentionally or knowingly injuring a person, domestic violence. The bond listed on this warrant is $50,000. That is what the state is recommending. At a minimum, we order no acts of domestic violence, no illegal drugs or alcohol. Do not possess any firearms or other weapons, no contact of any kind with Carrie Del Rosario, and stay away from her home and workplace. As to the matter of the bond, we'll hear, oh, and you have a Department of Corrections hold as well. We'll hear from the defense attorney regarding the bond request.
As the court notes, he does have a DOC hold, so he will not be released from custody, regardless of what the bond is imposed in this case. He scored only a 4 on the new criminal activity scale and a 3 for the failure to appear scale. He's been in Tucson for the last 29 years and has housing. For those reasons, we're asking that the court impose the least onerous conditions.
Okay, we'll hear from the state.
Your Honor, based on the amount of time he spent in prison for the 2 listed parole cases, that hold is going to likely be lifting in the very near future. He is pending 2 domestic violence cases involving the same victim. He's got felony and misdemeanor DV prior convictions. He's got a violent history. He has a flag. So that is the basis of asking the court to affirm the warrant amount.
All right. Who's the attorney? Public. All right, we'll stick with the 50,000. Public defender is appointed. Next court date, November 18th at 1:30. See. Okay, you're excused.
Pupa here? No, we'll get you that. We'll get you the book there after the big 17. Okay. Would you want, let's take it back. Bro, sit down on that base chair, please. The base, right? Oh. Thank you.
Hello, what's your name?
Corrales.
Corrales charged with domestic violence, assault, and resisting arrest. And you have a probation hold from Maricopa County Superior Court. I'm gonna order no alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or other weapons, do not commit any acts of domestic violence. It does appear that the victim has no objection with contact with you. This one.
No objection with contact.
Information. Okay, you're not going to be released anyway because you have that hold. We're going to set your bond in this misdemeanor case at $2,499. Appoint attorney Brent Cicero to represent you, and you're going to be seen tomorrow at Pima County Justice Court on video at 1 p.m. You're excused.
Yeah, so, go stand up. Out that door, down the stairs, there's a mail. Donahue.
Hello, what's your name?
Seth Donahue?
Mm.
Nice to
Mr. Donahue, you have cases in two different courts. Marana City Court, you're charged for shoplifting. I'm going to order that you not return to any CVS store, don't have any contact with any alleged victims. You are released on this case with a court date at Marana City Court, December 31st, 10 a.m., New Year's Eve. You also have a case in Tucson City Court. You were charged with assault, no injury, trespassing, and disorderly conduct. And this is from December of last year. And looks like you failed to appear at least twice. You want to tell me why you failed to appear, sir?
I have no means of transportation.
Are you near a bus line?
I I suppose so. I suppose I could have used the bus line, but I said my concurrency with the time and date, because I'm schizophrenic, my concurrency with the time and date is wary.
See. What do you do to remind yourself of things?
I don't have a phone, so it's hard for me to tell unless I'm in stable housing. Like I was at the Thornydale Ranch, and I was doing good there.
Do you have
And
somebody, do you have somebody close to you that can remind you of these things?
if I go back to Thornydale Ranch, I think I can.
Okay, why don't you do that?
All right.
December 15th, 9:30, Tucson City Court, you're released with that court date. You're excused.
Up the door, down the stairs, see the mails. Tillman. Yeah. You're up, but let's sit right here on this great base here.
Hello, what's your name?
Denzel. Hello. Denzel too.
Oh, okay. So, Mr. Tillman, you have case
Yes.
both in Pima County Justice Court and Tucson City Court. Do you have an arrest warrant out of Justice Court? You were arrested for shoplifting in November, about a year ago. And you can here on.
I got all my warrants dismissed and stuff. The last court I went to.
Well, not these two courts did.
Uh,
So
okay.
you're we're gonna set a bond for you on the Justice Court matter, $100. I'm appointing attorney Brent Cicero to represent you. You're gonna be seen tomorrow at 1 p.m. on video. Do not return to whatever the store was,
Okay. I won't go back to that store.
okay? Now, the real problem is Tucson City Court, because you have a whole stack of cases in Tucson City Court that you failed to appear on. We're just gonna deal with the ones that you haven't been seen on yet. You were cited today for shoplifting.
No, that's
So,
not what happened today.
sir,
I didn't shop with.
we're gonna enter a not guilty plea. We don't need to argue the case now. Okay, you're pleading not guilty. And if you want to go to trial on it, you're entitled to do that. So, not guilty on that one. And then the other one that you have not been seen on is theft. And this is from May of this year. Not guilty on that plea on that one as well. All your other cases, you had conditions of release on those and they remain the same. Don't go back to the store. Don't have any contact with the alleged victim. And $500 bond is set. You're going to be seen on video on November 21st at 1:45. Tucson City Court. If you post the bond, then it's going to be in person December 8th at 2 p.m. The city public defender is appointed to represent you on the city court cases.
So I'm confused. Does my bond change from the 100 to the 500 if I don't pay it the first time?
Justice Court is 100. Tucson City Court, which is a different court, is 500.
So how much is it? 1,000 altogether?
100 and 500 equals 600, sir.
Okay.
But that's it. Your excuse.
So I'm confused. Am I going home today or no?
Probably not,
And then when do I?
unless you can post 600. That's it. You're excused.
Thompson, Jacob. Go ahead.
Did I give you too many fines? Okay. Thank
Thank you.
you. Yeah, it's fine. Good evening. What's your name, sir?
Jacob Thompson.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Say your last name again.
Thompson, THOMPSON, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
That's it.
All right. Let's see what we've got here.
So.
All right, don't have any contact with Maria Thompson. Stay away from her home and workplace. No alcohol or drugs, no firearms or other weapons. Bond is set in the amount of 500. And the chart, oh, I forgot to read the charges to you, which are 3 counts of, well, 1 count of domestic violence assault and 2 counts of non-domestic violence assault, 1 domestic violence disorderly conduct and 1 regular disorderly conduct. And second citation, another count of disorderly conduct. All right, no contact with Maria Thompson, Damian Juarez, or Dominique Juarez. No acts of domestic violence, no alcohol or drugs, no firearms or other weapons. Stay away from their respective homes and workplaces, $500 bond. And let's see, what's his name? Attorney Brent Cicero, it will be your lawyer, and you're gonna be seeing tomorrow at 1 p.m. on video. And that appears to be all. You're excused.
Thanks, sir. Door downstairs to the mails. Smith, you're up.
Hello, what's your name?
Stephen Smith.
All right, one moment. Okay, domestic violence, criminal damage, domestic violence, threats, and intimidation. I'm going to order that do not commit any act of domestic violence, do not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, and no firearms or other weapons. I'm releasing you with those conditions. Your court date at Tucson City Court is December 16th at 1:30. And as I said, you're being released with those conditions. You're excused.
Thank you.
Sure.
The chamber. Take down the base chair.
Hello, what's your name?
Philip Chambers.
Mr. Chambers, you're charged with first-degree murder, domestic violence, aggravated assault, deadly weapon, domestic violence, aggravated assault, temporary substantial disfigurement, and being a prohibited possessor. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Ernestina Guzman or her family, and no contact with the family of KC Niso. Stay away from their respective homes and workplaces. Alcohol or drugs, no firearms, no acts of domestic violence. The state's asking me to hold you on a $1 million bond. We'll hear from the defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to highlight that Mr. Chambers scored a 5 on the new criminal activity scale and a 4 on the failure to appear scale. I recognize that these are serious charges and he does have a pretty serious prior convictions. He was able to be in the community for a few years without any criminal convictions. He's been in Tucson for the past 4 years and is unemployed. So we are asking that you impose the least onerous conditions due to his indigent status, maybe $750,000.
$1 million, this November 21st, 1:30, public defender appointed. Your excuse, sir. Pretrial services supervision if posted.
But I'm sorry, Your Honor, when was the preliminary hearing date?
November 21st at 1:30.
Thank you.
Wow.
Johnson. You're up. Sitting on the base chair, chair left.
Here,
Yes, sir.
Andrew's here.
There, yep.
That four, stand by, please.
Hello, what's your name?
Hello, Nathan. David Johnson here.
Okay, just hold on a minute. All right, Johnson. All right, so you've got several cases in Tucson City Court. You were charged on November 6th with criminal trespass. And your arraignment date actually is not arrived yet, so you did not fail to appear on that one. October 24th, you were charged with obstructing the highway, a public thoroughfare. You failed to appear on November 6th. October 24th, you were charged with trespassing and you failed to appear on that one as well on November 6th. April 1st of this year, trespassing and failure to report to law enforcement, a false report to law enforcement rather, and you failed to appear twice, once in April and once in August. March 31st, you were charged with trespassing and you failed to appear twice on that one as well. Also, April 14th and August 5th. So we're going to order that you have no contact with any of the alleged victims. Do not return to any of the incident locations. Do not possess or consume any alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs. And you are arraigned on all of these cases, not guilty pleas. So would you like to explain to me why you failed to appear on all of these matters?
Partially blind, Your Honor.
You're
And I am partially blind
Uh-huh.
and I lost an eye. I'm asking for support. I'm not receiving the community support network or any support or period. I lost my eye. And I'm
Okay.
trying to communicate just the people on the street is getting actually absolutely absurd. My communication skills. I don't have the finance or the vocal statement to be involved in life right now. I'm worried about my security with my sight.
Mhm.
I get into these arguments with the police because I can't see my my right eye is missing.
Do you have any sight at all?
My left eye has a 20% cause.
Okay, well, I can't keep setting court dates and having you miss them. What would you suggest? Do you have a phone?
No,
Bond is set in the amount of $100. I'm appointing the city public defender to represent you. You're gonna be seen on video on November 21st at 1:45. If you post the bond and are released prior to that, December 10th, 2 o'clock would be your in-person date at Tucson City Court. You're excused.
We're up door downstairs, send the mails. Peterson, Nicholas.
Hello, what's your name?
Nicholas Peterson?
All right. Mr. Peterson, you're charged with possession of dangerous drugs, aggravated driving, or being in actual physical control of a motor vehicle while under the influence. Order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs and don't drive without a valid driver's license. And do not return to the location of the alleged incidents. The state is asking me to hold you on a $10,000 bond that is in place of no bond hold. You are apparently on pretrial services release, and contact your pretrial services officer on the first working day following release from custody. The state's asking for 10,000. We will hear from defense counsel.
If I could have one moment, please, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to highlight that this was a nonviolent offense. Additionally, after speaking with Mr. Peterson, it sounds like he does have some family support with his uncle who could be able to provide transportation to future hearings. He is a lifelong Tucson resident, and Unfortunately, he is unemployed at this time, so we're asking that you impose the lease owner's conditions. Something more in range for him would be 2,500.
We'll hear from the state.
Your Honor, he's already posted two separate bonds, I believe, of 250 each, and that was on the two felony cases. And he is pending a misdemeanor DUI case. It looks like in justice court. So that would be the primary basis for the state's recommendation.
Thank you. Bond is set in the amount of 10,000. Your next court date is November 21st at 1:30. The public defender is appointed to represent you. You're excused. Have a good evening, everyone.